on this computer. There we go. Okie doke. So what we had the last time was basically Seth taking it out on how did we decide to call him, anti or empty?
Yes.
Yes, right, exactly.
Empty?
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would decide that. Let's call him empty the ferryman. Okay. So Seth was taking it out on him, basically saying, why did you take her over? And basically there's going to be like a stern teaching or stern punishment, not teaching, sorry.
Same word, but yeah.
Same word, pretty much. Yep, that's right. So yeah, he shall be punished greatly, and to say to him, why did you ferry her over? And I think we're right here, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I remember.
Hey, Mustafa.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hi, Mustafa.
Good to see you.
You have surprisingly perfect timing. We actually only just started.
We spent like half an hour to talk about the Lady Egyptian class in January.
Oh, cool.
So we're just about to start with the last line of page number 8. And my usual question, who wants it?
I can try this. I found the words confusing, but so when into in empty pa I can't remember the ferryman word, the imheni, something like that.
Henti or something?
Imhenti, yeah.
I would have said empty, but where's the T actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no T there.
Yep.
Let's get to the end of the line and then look that up, because I just noticed that something's missing to make it a.
Yeah, it was missing before too.
Right.
In the line right above.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Imbachta Pesajet. And then I think we decided these strokes, it's really EU2.
Right.
Rui Hat Reg F.
How many reg?
Oh, is it Reg we? If we're doing Middle Egyptian? Does that work in Late Egyptian too, the dual?
I think it does, at least for like body parts. Like your two eyes,
only for body parts or something.
It's like in Coptic. I think you can still do it. It's just it's not a grammatical feature anymore. It's just like fixed vocabulary that you use.
It's frozen, yeah.
It's frozen.
Paralegs. Okay, so winning. So then in 2 is sort of the what do you call it? The indefinite subject or whatever. So it's sort of a passive description. And so then Nimpti was brought. Nimpti the ferryman was brought in Bach before Tapesajet the Ennead, and then EU2, and then Rui Hat Rejuief. And so because I've read the translation, I know they supposedly cut off his toes, but what it actually says is they departed him at the end of his legs or something like that.
As I remember, according to the gardeners, I don't know which part, but probably it's from grammar. If a dual form and after suffix, then suffix adding y, adding y at the end of, because of the subject, because of something like paradigm, something like redui fi.
Redrui fi. Oh, right, to make the ending dual as well.
In Middle Egyptian, yeah. I wonder if is that still true for Late Egyptian? I honestly don't know. For Middle Egyptian, absolutely. There would have to be redui free. You're right, Mustafa. I'm just not sure if that still lives in Late Egyptian. Would need to look that up.
No, I don't know.
Because so far, I don't think I've seen it. But then again, how much have I seen? Not that much. So could be a good follow-up. Okay, but yeah, this is definitely his two legs. But
his
what do
two
we make
legs.
out of the hut?
A hut, like the end or a, I don't know.
The front, the
Front,
front
yeah.
of his two
Front
legs.
of his two legs.
Legs. Right.
So the front of his two legs. And what was done with that? We rui them, or they were
Rui, yeah. So Rui means to leave or depart, but Lesko also has remove
Mhm. And I
with
think for
this
remove,
determinative. So
does he have another example for remove but this text? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure actually.
You know what? We can take a quick look.
Double
If we
check.
haven't done that before.
Legs and feet is the same word, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it
it's
could
the
be the
Middle
front of
Egyptian.
his feet,
The front of his feet.
which would make more sense. Front of his legs doesn't make sense to me.
The front of his feet were
Shins.
removed, were made to depart.
That was what. That's also a thing I was wondering. Like, how much did they actually take off?
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, if he's spelled with like a falcon on the standard, like does he have human legs? Does he have,
Ooh.
like, did they cut off the front talons of his bird feet?
Right.
He's
Yeah.
a ferryman. Does he have flippers? Does he have
There we
duck feet?
go. That's
guy.
awesome. I need fan art.
But they don't say toes. If they meant toe, they have a word. for
There is a
toes.
word for toes. Yeah, they don't say toes. They say it's the front of his legs or the front of his feet.
Honestly, I know nothing about capital punishment in Egypt. I mean, apart from there is this thing in Horus Seth where he basically threatens anybody who engages in corruption that their nose will be slit. So I don't know. Did Egypt have that kind of cut off your hand or cut off your leg, basically, or lower part of your leg for like in Mesopotamia, or is that not a thing here? I'm actually not sure on that. Never looked into it.
No idea.
Really specific. Cut off the front of your legs if you ferry a goddess in disguise when you've been told not to let any women cross this body of water.
I wonder.
Very
That would be
specific.
way down on the Hammurabi stela.
Oh, here's another one from our papyrus.
Line 8.8.
Oh,
That one, well, it says s'en aller here, so to go away. In
That
this
doesn't
case,
make-
the white crown of Upper Egypt. So in this case, it really means remove. So I guess there's at
but
least
isn't he saying to put the crown on Horus's head?
that would make more sense in context, wouldn't it?
Crown on the head of Horus.
Yeah.
But it says enlèvera. Isn't that take away?
Yeah,
We'll find out soon.
yeah, it is.
Let's take the next one. The next one is just so I read ahead a little bit. The next one actually is clearer because later in the story, Horus removes his mother's head, and that there it's clearly removing. I mean, they're having a bit of a some domestic trouble, and that's his way to solve it. Just a little bit of a temper tantrum, and
Off with her head.
So I'm not sure how that goes over with filial piety, but in any case, here it clearly means take away. So I think
Yeah.
that part is safe. So Ruri can be to go away or can be to take away or to make go away, so to say. So, okay, so that part is safe. Just what do we make out of Hat
Patradui.
Ruri? The front part of his legs. Is there any other? I mean, that would be awfully specific, wouldn't it? I think we'll get lucky and that happens someplace else. See who can spell hut. What am I doing wrong?
Capital A.
Capital. That's the problem.
Capital H, capital A.
Capital H, not sure, of course. Thank you.
There we go.
There you go. Hut. Well, that would have been. Nope. It doesn't do that. I mean, I'm trying, but no. Okay, that doesn't work. I don't think.
I think it is not a compound form. That's why.
Yeah, do you know how to do compounds in here? Can it compounds here? Can it be done? Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But that one isn't there, unfortunately.
Maybe you should check the new TLA. Maybe
Yeah, TLA can do coincidence searches somehow.
I mean, yeah, okay.
I'm
That's
using the
right.
old one, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
The new one is more eye friendly, that's true. So hot. And then how would you do it? Just hot like this? I don't think I've tried that before.
I think you search first and then you can refine it.
Without that, probably
Yeah.
in Redui.
Let's see. No, that worked actually. Bezeichnung für Fleisch. A term for meat. That makes me wonder now. Well, let's take a look.
Yeah, understandable.
And then how do we refine this?
Find attestations of this word and another word.
Oh, jeez. Wait, how do you just
Down below that box in the blue text, the very first line of it, search for combined, yeah.
okay, thank you. Shows you who's never read below the search boxes. Okay, so then the second word would be here. And then we just, oh, you need to know the lemma number? Oh, that's funny. Okay, I guess. TLA, Horus, learning some new tricks here. Do this, do we want to do? Does that work, or do I have to go by red? I have to go by red. Okay.
I think in TLA should be without dot.
Got it.
If you want to find dual form.
Okie doke. That makes me. All right. Now we have the number. Waiting. Waiting. Okay. That gives me same text, but not necessarily in that sequence. Ah, here. Of course, that's our text again. Then entfernte man seine Zehen. Literally, then his toes were removed. Literally, the front part of his feet or the lower legs. What do we have here? Oh, look at that. That's interesting. So this is something else. Yui iri cherek na hak. I will make your face into your into the back of your head. Chat I guess redui or redu, sorry, redu or redui. Tebesek.
It is for dual in parentheses.
Go again.
Dual.
I think it is for dual abbreviation.
It should be dual. You're absolutely right. That should be dual here. But that's interesting. So make that into your Tebesek. Let's look up Tebesek.
I think Tebes or Chebes for foot.
Yes. But which part of the foot is it? Thebes. Because if it's the opposite, I mean, if the spell says I'm going to turn the front of your head into the back of your head, then logically,
I don't know. Maybe it is there was a location determinative or 3 desert hill. I don't know. Maybe it is different.
Okay, well, if it means heel and it says the front of your foot into your heel,
right. So that would really be like the ball of the foot or the toes, right? So yeah. Based on that, I would think it really means like the front half of your foot. When empty. But so yeah, I don't think it means the lower leg. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in contrast to Thebes, assuming that translation heel is correct. Very cool.
I don't know about the specific punishment, but the whole thing where Seth gets mad and then they punish an underling who has, no power to resist and wasn't particularly at fault. Does
I
seem
mean, he
very...
was given very specific instructions. Don't let any women come across. And what's the first thing he did? So
Okay, maybe he did have something at fault, but it reminds me a lot of the Eloquent Peasant, though, that like the guy is entirely in the right, and they won't give him relief because they like the way he talks, so they keep recording all of his eloquent court speeches and forwarding it to the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh's like, yeah, keep him talking. Justice comes after my enjoyment of this entertainment.
Like a cat playing with a mouse, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And so this sort of, you can't help but be oppressed by the government thing. And so that does seem cultural.
Yeah, it's interesting. It still doesn't. I mean, I was shocked when I watched some of those like 90s Chinese movies and how courts are always presented. Essentially, whether innocent or guilty, it always ends up in a beating in court with long sticks, which interesting way to think about justice. But yeah, before going further off on that tangent, I'm just trying to see where was it again that he was given specific instructions. Did it say any woman or any woman that looks like
No,
this?
actually the instruction was any woman resembling Isis.
Right.
And that's the thing, and that's also what she says then, right? She turns into that old woman, and he says, no, I was instructed not to ferry anyone over. And Isis says, well, your instructions were not to ferry any woman over that resembles Isis. Or
Right.
Isis, right? Which is interesting, like, where does she know it from?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the function of the old woman. Where does the old woman know? No, why does the old woman know what he is supposed to do or not? But yeah, quite interesting. And then he ferries her over, and then yes, somehow a bit strange because like he thinks somehow that he is not supposed to ferry anyone over. But really, we saw that the instruction was not to ferry
right.
anyone
It's
over
page
resembling
5.
Isis.
Yeah, it's page 5 lines, starting on line 4.
Okay.
It says, do not ferry to the island. Wait, sorry, line 4 and 5. Any woman, the likeness of Isis.
Yeah. So he was actually given hyper-specific instructions. I can lawyer up here for Nemti.
Yeah, you're right. That's an excellent defense. It's a little late to appeal, but
yeah. Damage is done. And note to self, have to read up on the Egyptian punishments, if this year is in line with standard practice or more like the methodological thing. It may very well be the latter. I mean, I know there are beatings and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if amputation was on the menu.
Is there a relation with Papyrus name in this context?
I mean, so you have, for example, you have the murder conspiracy of against Ramses III, the harem conspiracy, not the late Egyptian text. And in that one, I know that at least some of the parties found guilty were told to commit suicide. So that's one case. I'm not sure what happened to the ones that that got away with lesser punishment, if there was some kind of corporal punishment involved. But there should be some. I mean, we have different court documents. The tomb robbery papyri as well. They may have something.
Yeah.
And then there are also on Ramses, you have, I've seen like letters, for example, like there's a letter from I forgot, was it a police inspector to a mayor or something? Like there's this woman in the town who's been having an affair, and the townspeople are all up in arms about that. And here's what you're supposed to do, like very specific instructions again. I think if you search long enough under administrative documents, you can probably find something for this time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I haven't looked at it at all, so I have nothing on hand. Hey, 148, come on, 12 minutes, we'll make it. Anything else in this sentence? No, I think we covered the grammar and the vocabulary of this one, right?
Yeah,
Let's quickly do the hieratic. Is there anything that needs to be called out? When in, to is normal, ini is normal, nemti we talked about. Oh yeah, we still need to figure out what a T is that's supposedly in there. Is there a T?
I mean, I don't think there's not a T when they write it at the line above, but
A T from the line above? Which one?
It's also spelled without the T.
it's also spelled without the T in the
Yeah.
line above.
And then
I don't
even,
know.
yeah, you're right. So where do we get the T from? Mechenti. Isn't that something? Am I spelling this wrong again? Yeah, sure, of course, that's a different age. Okay, I think it's just, here we go, Mechenti. So it should be with a T. For some reason, it's not being spelled here.
Yeah, so Lesko has most citations with a T, but ours and one other without.
Okay.
So I assume they're just copying the T from other documents,
Makes
and
sense.
maybe from Middle Egyptian,
Hmm.
like
Makes
the one
sense.
who does the ferrying or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, because of the M, right? Oh,
Yeah.
no. Wait, you're saying
Saying
it's
the T,
a Nisbi. A Nisbi.
yeah, the Nisbi.
Hmm.
But-
Hmm. Okay, that makes some sense. All right, so then let's say we assume the T just by analogy, even though it's not written. A little boat, man with a stick, Bach, we've had that many times before. Tar, we've had before. The gods, our three strokes that become, and this one is much longer.
Two, yeah.
Oh, why
I'm
not?
trying to make that into an F, but it's very clearly just
It
there's
is.
no extra ear.
That's right. And then our Rui, that's one of those cases where you don't really know what's on top of the walking legs, but no, that is a Y. Okay. I'm not sure we had that before in this text. Not sure how you do it. If this is like one go, which it might be, it almost looks like it, doesn't it?
Mhm.
I mean, it could also be go down and then do this. That's also a possibility. Would be a bit easier with the kind of calligraphy tool they have. And I'm saying that because there's like a slight change in color here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I would
It's not-
assume too, generally, just by how it's constructed and just
Hmm.
easier in two strokes, but I don't know. We have to find some more of those, I guess.
So let's keep that maybe in mind for future reference. But right now, I would say probably like this, then the T and the stroke coming down. And based mainly on that on the construction, like you said, and also on darker spot here. Okay, red, the D you have to
The
know.
D you have to know. I think.
Right.
I guess it's obvious with the two legs.
Indeed. And the bent leg is just distinguished from the normal B by having that little extra thing that you also see on the bird on a stick. That's what really tells them apart.
Is it the same as the bird on a stick? Because
Not
to me it
exactly
looks
the
somewhat
same.
differently. The bird on the stick is somehow more like a upwards line, and this one is more like the serif or something.
You're right. It's not exactly the same. It's formed a bit differently, true.
Mm.
And then we have our the meat sign basically, which is ligatured into the F. I think what that's supposed to be is draw. No, not a straight line. I think it's something like this, then this, but that goes into the F now.
Mhm.
Okay. AHN and how do I get out of annotation mode? Apparently I don't. Cute. That's where it ends because I can't move the screen anymore.
Oh, we did finish the page.
Almost, huh?
No, we did.
Ahead.
You're right.
Then.
David.
It's the last of 7. No.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, well, it's a long sentence. Do you think we managed that in 6 minutes?
No.
I mean, unless anybody has something else, I can give it a quick shot.
Go for it.
Okay, then let's do
Get
it.
to the beautiful fish.
The beautiful fish. Where's the beautiful fish? All the way.
Here.
Oh, all the way at the end.
Ooh.
The fish
Wow.
that's ligatured to the food.
How do you do this? It is ligature to the bird. Oh, that's an interesting one.
Huh.
Wait, let's look at that.
No.
I'm going to use that distraction.
Yeah.
So
Go up and
Wow.
here's our oud.
yeah.
Then you do the fish. You do the tail of the fish. And then, okay, for some reason it doesn't let go, but there was supposed to be a break in between, and then come your plural strokes. Wait, but that doesn't work out. Something's not right. Because there's one more stroke I didn't cover. What's this thing? Is that the N? Oh, that belongs to the fish then, I guess. This is the
Yeah.
N.
That's the thing. And I think the
Wow.
other thing is the plural strokes.
This here must be the plural strokes.
That's the plural strokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure about that one. But
And then and that just must be the fish fin or something.
there must be a fish fin.
Hmm.
Would anybody want to venture a guess what that is in Gardner code?
Oh, you want a Gardner code?
Mhm.
K1, maybe K5. K1 is the normal fish.
K1?
Yep.
I
Okay.
think this one might be K5. I don't remember which one we used.
K5 is another fish.
I don't know.
There's also
Aaron, do you remember how you
K2.
transcribed this?
I would
Up.
expect
K2,
a
maybe.
normal fish
I
first.
Too many fish that look so alike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this problem. Like it doesn't really look like Gardner's transcription doesn't really look like any of the Allen fish.
Allen fish. Is that like a barbel fish?
Yes. I mean the sign list in Allen, but
Oh, you have a
Let's see.
stylist in here. I never realized that. That
He was
works.
he was using different fonts.
Hmm,
Because, yeah.
you're right.
Any
Um,
birds?
K2
There we go.
maybe?
K.
There you go.
K2, K2,
There's
yeah.
K1 and
K2 maybe?
K2 and
I take K2.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the closest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
There's our fish. So the fish has a fin now.
Ah,
Yeah, even a long one, 19th dynasty. So that
Nice.
is nice. Now we know from the ligature that you start that from here. Then I guess that adds to it. The fin. Oh, that's how you do it. I think I have it.
wow.
Nice, huh? I can totally geek out on that. So I think what they do is so he does the ud, then he comes up, goes down, goes like this, and then comes back, and then does the plural strokes, I guess. I think that's what it is. So do it like this, like this, like this. Oh, wait, no, but the fin should come first. Fin would have to come first. So fin and then plural strokes. Something like that. Doesn't look anywhere as elegant as what they have. Start here, go down, fin, and then plural strokes, and then the N. Okay, cool.
Such a nasty word written so beautifully.
Indeed. What was it? Abomination, right? Wood?
Yeah. Boot abomination.
As
And
an abomination in my city.
Ellen does say that's K2. Spells
Okay.
it K2.
Awesome. Well, let's park it here for the next 3 weeks and see you all in 2023.
Yay.
All right.
Have a good holiday, everybody.
Yeah.
yeah,
Good
good
break.
holidays.
Happy holidays. Yeah. Thanks so
Bye.
much and see you
See you
See you
soon.
next
next
year.
time.
Bye-bye.
See you 1 year later.
See you in a moment in Sumerian, right? Bye-bye.